Welcome. I'm Sophia from Junkie Forever, and today's video is going to be April's faves and fails. A lot of these products are actually new to my collection, so I'm just going to get into this video right now because it will be long. I have a lot of stuff. Remember, Sephora VIB sale was last month. So the first product I'm actually going to start with is something I am wearing. I'm wearing it on my eyes. It is not new to my collection, but the season is finally here for me to wear it, and it is the Natasha Denona Retro Glam palette. I am, as I said, wearing it on my eyes today. I absolutely love this palette. Love it. I adore this palette. This is like the best color story, I think. I've already worn this, I don't even know how many times at this point. I try to incorporate these colors into almost every look. I've done depositions wearing some of these shades. I have no shame. I will do it. I will conduct a deposition. If you don't know, by the way, I'm a practicing attorney. That doesn't mean that I'm practicing as in like I haven't been doing this for a while. It means that I'm actually a working attorney. I've been a practicing attorney for almost 13 years now. So I am at a point in my career where I am able to wear these when I conduct depositions, and I'm very, very glad. I love this palette. This is a beauty. If you don't have it, this is a palette I wholeheartedly recommend. And since I was just talking about eyeshadows, I might as well continue with another eyeshadow, and that is the Wet n Wild Brulee single. Does anybody remember this? I love this eyeshadow. It is a beautiful, just bone shade eyeshadow. It is lovely for me. And it's so smooth. I just touched it with my finger. It is just such a smooth, finely milled formula. I really love this. It's nothing special or nothing unique really, but this is really all you need because it's just so good. And I've been loving it. I found it at like a Rite Aid recently, and I think it's like 99 cents, or maybe it's gone up to $2. $2. And continuing with the eyes, the next one is actually an eyeshadow primer. It is the e.l.f. eyeshadow primer. This thing's $4. I love this eyeshadow primer. I have no idea why it's so affordable. Probably because there isn't actually a lot of product in there. But I really love it, and I've been really loving using this one with everything. I actually started using this with the Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize in Rose Gold because until I started using this, I couldn't get that thing to stay without creasing, no matter what I put on top. But then I started using this, put it on, put the Eyes to Mesmerize on top. Don't get me wrong, I love patting a glittery shadow on top of that. But that has been incredible. This has been holding on to that product. So I think this is a really good steal. And I'm just going to buy another one as soon as this runs out. I think this is like my third tube. And once in a while, I'll put it away and I'll use something else. And then I'll see it again. I'm like, why did I put that away? It's amazing. And it is. I've been loving it in the month of April. And the next product is the Tarte Tartelette Mascara. This is a really lovely tubing mascara if you like those. I find that this stays on the whole day. It separates my lashes. I absolutely love it. Only comes off with warm water. Love it, love it, love it. I think that this one is actually one of the better mascaras that launched last year, and I could not put this down all of April. I love it so much. So dang much. So much. I'm going to keep buying this one. I only have one base product I want to talk about, and it is the Kosas Revealer Concealer, and I have it in the baby version. I'm glad that they came out with a version this size because I love it. I love it, but I was really afraid that I was not going to, and I really didn't want to buy a concealer that everybody says goes bad very quickly. So I opted to buy it in this size just to give it a whirl over the course of the summer, and this shade is 1.5C. This is the lightest shade they make in this size, and this will be perfect for me during the summer when I'm tanned. Right now, I'm not wearing it today. I'm not actually wearing any concealer today, but right now this is a shade that matches the rest of my face. So if I want to brighten under my eyes, I have to put on something else as well. But as soon as summer is over, and I'm going to try to use this up over the course of the summer. This is actually my project pan. I'm going to try to use this over the course of the summer because I love it so much. It's so good. It actually is really good. The hype is real. Guys, the hype is actually real. So as soon as I'm done with this, as soon as I stop tanning, I'm going to buy a full size in a lighter shade, something that I can use during the cooler months to actually brighten under my eyes. This is phenomenal. I was going to leave my fails all the way to the end, but I think I'm just going to pop them in throughout the video when I'm talking about a product category that fits into. And the next product I want to talk about is something I consider to be a base product, and it is this Saie, what is this thing called? The Glowy Super Gel in Starglow. This is a half size. This is in 50 milliliters. And you're probably thinking you really didn't use that much of it. I can see from, no, no, no. I've used a full one of these. This came in a Sephora Favorites set from the holiday season. So I've given this one a full go. I've used up a full one. I've used some of this at the base here. I just really don't like it. I think it doesn't really do anything. I use it on my skin as a product that just for priming, nothing. You can't see it through foundation. I used it alone, didn't really add anything on top of my moisturizer and sunscreen. I used it as a highlighter, removed my foundation. I didn't even set my foundation, but removed my foundation. I used it by mixing it in the foundation. Really didn't add anything to the foundation except for changing the formula. So this one's a fail for me. I'm not even going to use this up. I'm just going to keep this in my makeup library so that I can compare it to other stuff. So this one, I know a lot of people love. Don't know why. I really don't like it. I think this one is I know this one's a fail for me. Continuing with face products, I fell absolutely in love with this Danessa Myricks Beauty, what is this thing called? Yummy Skin. This is the blush in Bellini. Whoa. First of all, this is very bright. Yes, but this is such a beautiful blush. It looks so lovely on the skin. It really gives the skin like a a bright glow, like youthful glow, and like on the back of my hand, it does look a little bit scary, but even for someone of my skin tone, this would look stunning. I didn't put it on today only because it would have just clashed too much with my eyes. But this is one of those blushes that when I put it on, I put it on in a video, I put it on in a Sephora haul. I'll link that below so you can look at it, and maybe I'll put it in the iCards above. When I put it on, it just brightened up my face. It was stunning. I absolutely love this blush. This is going to be incredible in the summer. And I don't even remember how many times I've worn it, but I've worn this for a deposition as well. I was literally taking a deposition wearing this, and I looked phenomenal. I looked phenomenal. I loved it. I should have gotten this in other shades as well. I think this is $25, which is not expensive to begin with when you're talking about Sephora products, but you know, it would have been nice to have saved $5 on that. But one way or another, this is a beautiful blush, and I'm really glad I picked up this particular shade. I was a little bit afraid of it when I first saw it, but I'm so glad. I do regret not picking up more, but you know, I'll go to Sephora. I'll see what they have. My local Sephora just didn't have any but this shade, and I couldn't even test them out. But lovely product, lovely blush. The next product I was absolutely obsessed with during the month of April, I loved so much, I used it up. And it is the Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer in the shade Light Medium. I mean, I'm telling you, I used every last drop of it. The problem is there really isn't a lot of product in here. It's only 5 grams of product. In comparison, this e.l.f. Putty Bronzer, it's upside down, this e.l.f. Putty Bronzer is 10 grams of product. So yes, this thing has twice the product that the Mario one does. I made the mistake of knowing that there was a sale on the Mario website coming up and it was 25% off, and I missed it. Anyway, I will buy this again, but right now it's no more for me. I miss it. I'm going to move on to lip products. I don't have a lot of color cosmetics left, but I have a lot of skincare and fragrance, so I really want to get to those. When it comes to lip liners, I really was loving the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencils. I got the shade, where is it? Anywhere Caffeine during the Sephora sale, and I really wish I had left this one behind. It wasn't my favorite shade. What my favorite shade is actually Wherever Walnut. This one's a stunner. I actually have a backup of this, so I'm glad I really have a backup of that because I'm going through this pretty quickly. So the top one is Wherever Walnut, and I obviously just laid it on thick so you can see it. But the bottom one is Anywhere Caffeine. These names are just, they're not tripping off my tongue easily. So these are the shades. I don't hate Anywhere Caffeine. Not enough for me to return this. I am wearing this today, so really not hating it. but I don't like using it as much as I love using Wherever Walnut. And I'm so glad that I still have a good amount of Wherever Walnut and a backup of this, because I think I'm going to be using this up by the end of summer, and I'm really, really loving it. I just keep going to it. This one, mwah. This one, great formula when it comes to shade for me. So I do have lip fails, and I think it's going to be surprising for some people, but not for everybody, because I keep hearing other people have the same misgivings about this product that I do. And it is the Rare Beauty, I think this is called a Soft Pinch Tinted Lip Oil. These are not lip oils. They're very thin, almost like a very thin gloss. They start a little bit like gel, but really quickly disappear to a very thin, glossy formula. And then they leave a tint. Very, very quickly, the actual glossy portion of this disappears. I just really don't love that. And the tints that they leave behind are basically the same pinkish tints. And there's the staining. They look different on my hand, of course, but that's because the skin on my hand is not particularly pigmented, whereas the skin on my lips is. So they don't really look very different on the lips. I don't want to say that I don't recommend them, because people want different things in lip products, but if you're looking for a lip oil that's pigmented, this is not it. This is a lip gloss that turns into a lip tint. There is no oiliness in it. There's no plushness on the lips. It's just not my favorite. I would save my money on these, but you know, it is your money. You can do whatever you want with. These are a fail. Let's get into some fragrances. I just can't wait to talk about them. So the first fragrance I tried last month and loved to a point where I absolutely had to buy it is this Ellis Brooklyn Florist. They just launched this last month, and I'm so glad that I got to get my hands on it. I absolutely love it. It smells like a really beautiful bouquet. The top notes are bergamot, pear, lily of the valley, and lemon. Middle notes are gardenia, tuberose, jasmine sambac, and honeysuckle. And the base notes are ambroxan, Virginia cedar, and Australian sandalwood. Now, most of those notes I already know are my favorites. So this one was a great find. I am so glad that I got it. I am, though, glad that I got it in a smaller size, because this is very much a summer fragrance for me. Yes, you can wear fragrances anytime you want to, whatever you feel like, but I love wearing florals and citrusy scents in the summer. And this one I love, and I've loved it so much that I've used it to like this point already. I love, but I didn't love it enough to buy it in a full size yet. That's why I'm so glad that that they make these in travel sizes, and that I like buying fragrances in travel sizes, because I get to really live with a fragrance. I've found a fragrance that I didn't like for spring, I didn't like for summer, and then I loved it for fall and winter like that. So I like buying fragrances like this, and then if I really like it at the end of like a few seasons or at the end of this bottle, then I buy it in full size. And I love this one. I think this one's a real beauty. And the next fragrance is actually also Ellis Brooklyn, and it is Sweet. I was really surprised by this one, because this one, it just did not sound like something I would love, but I love it so much. I can't get enough. Oh my God, I cannot get enough. I just have to try it on. Not try it on, wear it. Oh my God, that is incredible. The top notes are pear, ambrette, and bergamot. Middle notes are orris, violet, and heliotrope. Base notes are marshmallow, white amber, and cashmere. Out of all of those, generally speaking, I only love pear. The other ones just don't usually appeal to me. But there's something about this one, and I'm glad that I bought it in this travel size. But this travel size was enough for me to, or the quickness with which I was using the travel size actually worried me to a point where I did not want the sale to end before I bought the full size of it. And this isn't even their like 50 milliliter size. They just released this size. This is the 3.4 ounces or 100 milliliter size. And look how big this bottle is. Hold on, let me open it. Look how big that bottle is. I haven't even taken it out. I am so happy with her. She is a beauty. I just I can't get enough of this one. It's in the box only because I literally just received it like 2 days ago. The next fragrance I bought is not new to me because I tried this in a travel size last year and I loved it so much. I was waiting for me to buy it in the full size, and is the Juliette Has a Gun Pear Ink. This is, gosh, just smells like a really fresh, juicy pear, and I love this one. I've already used it a whole chunk, like a lot. I waited for the Sephora sale and I bought it during the sale, and I'm glad to have this baby with me. A lot of people have probably smelled that already. This was their newest release last year. Phenomenal fragrance, phenomenal. Let's move on to skincare, and the first one I'm going to mention is actually the only one of its kind that I have, and it is this Benefit the POREfessional Get Unblocked Pore Clearing Makeup Removing Cleansing Oil. This is their newest launch. I don't know about pore unblocking, but when it comes to removing makeup, breaking down makeup, this is really good. I found that the heaviest makeup I can possibly wear has come off really easily with this. So it's like a really thin oil. It takes me 4 pumps for like heavy makeup, like what I'm wearing today. For lighter makeup, it would obviously take less. Really, really love this one. It is very heavily fragranced, by the way, but you know, that's okay. You're just gonna remove your makeup and be done with it. This is in the mini size, and because it is a mini, I keep putting this back in my travel bag, and I'm just gonna keep it there because I love it so much that I don't want to use it up and have to buy a new one immediately. I could go through this in like a month, every month, because it is very good, very thorough. I love that. Let's move on to moisturizers. The first moisturizer I want to talk about, I love, but I'm gonna have to give away to someone because as much as I love it, the products that I'm using are actually starting to interfere with each other. And it is the IT Cosmetics Confidence in a Cream. This is the reformulated version. This is the Anti-Aging Armor Rejuvenating Concentrate. Now, I can't keep using this solely because I also use tretinoin, and I'm trying to incorporate that to a point where it's more regular. And I realized that whenever I'm using that, I can't use this because it's just too much. I think this has retinol. So if you're a person who wants to use retinol and just wants to have it all in just one product, I find that this is going to be a really great product for you. My only issue is it's me doubling up a little bit too much on the same ingredient or similar ingredient family, or same ingredient, whatever, you understand what I'm saying? So I think I'm just going to give this to my mother or my sister, who both love it and have stolen many jars of this from me before. I do love this product. I still think it's phenomenal. I'm sad that I think I have to give her up though. Maybe not. Maybe I'll figure out a way where I don't have to, but right now this one's going to go to my mama or my sister. The next product I tried last month. Why do I keep saying this month? But I bought this during the Sephora savings event as well. And it is the Pharmacy 10% Niacinamide Night Mask. I know, I'm like probably one of the last people to have tried this for the first time, but this is amazing. On the nights that I use tretinoin, this is so good. Now, I've used up a good chunk of it, but I've also only had it for like a week. Yeah, 2 weeks maybe at most. I think this is a really great product, and I really should have bought two. The next moisturizer, I know, yet another moisturizer. The next moisturizer I've been loving is this Versed Skin Soak Rich Moisture Cream with squalane and red algae extract. I was actually surprised by how much I love this. It's just, it doesn't have that many frills. It has enough, but it's not one of those like super frilly moisturizers. And the first day that I tried it, and I've used quite a significant amount of it in 2 weeks, the first day I tried it, I think it has no scent, which is great. The first time I tried it, it was, I think my skin was particularly dry, so my skin was like, it's enough, but not that enough. And then ever since then, for some reason, it's been phenomenal. I am so glad to have this in my life right now. I'm thankful that this was sent to me, because this was sent to me. This is not sponsored in any way. They don't know I'm making a video including this, but I'm so glad that it was sent to me to try, because I will keep buying this. This is a phenomenal moisturizer for the morning. I find that it's just smoothing enough. It wears really well under makeup, which is so incredibly difficult. It even wears really well under this Trader Joe's daily facial sunscreen. Sunscreen. I just read that. This is in a. It's one of those silicone ones, and actually, this is one of the products I was going to talk about anyway. So here we are. It's one of the silicone ones that is very similar to the Supergoop Unseen sunscreen. And I love this sunscreen really, really, like really a lot. It's not even too much for my eye area, which tends to be very sensitive, but really love this one. And let me get back to the moisturizer. The moisturizer wears really well under that. That was a really roundabout way of covering two products all at the same time. Another product I loved to a point where I actually used up, and it took me a while to figure out quite how much I loved it. I actually realized I loved this when I stopped having it because I used up this Strivecting NA114 Technology Multi-Action Super C SPF 30 moisturizer. I mean, I used that thing up, and only at the end, when I finished it, did I realize I was really loving it. I actually really miss this in my routine. Ugh. I might have to buy this one because I really, really love this. This was also sent to me for review, but they also don't know that I'm making this video because this was sent to me a while back. Yeah, this one's a real beauty as well. Just so smooth in its formulation. However, that is the end of my loved moisturizers. The next one is definitely not a love, and it is the Tula Skincare 24/7 moisturizer. I use this enough time, so just so you know, it's not like I use it once or twice. I can never remove this little inner thing. I'm so annoyed by it. It's just, why can't I take you off? You know, like you can't take this off with nails. So I can't take this off, but I use like, I would say a third of this, and I find that this moisturizer actually leaves my skin dry, which is wild to me, but it leaves my skin dry. I've tried it at night. I've tried it in the morning. I've tried it on tretinoin night. I've tried it on non-tretinoin night. It leaves my skin not moisturized, which, defeats the actual purpose of this. And I found it to be fragranced. I don't know what the fragrance is or what it's doing in there. I don't even know how much is in there, but this one's not a favorite. This one's an actual fail for me, and I'm sorry if that is actually a favorite of yours. I'm not trying to insult your likes or dislikes. That is not what I'm trying to do. Skin is very individual, very different. I'm just saying that I don't love that and I don't actually recommend it. Moving on to sunscreens. I love this Trader Joe's Daily Facial Sunscreen Broad Spectrum SPF 40. This is one of those, what is this thing called? Silicone. There we go. Silicone-y sunscreens, like, you can see it. It's like the Unseen sunscreen by Supergoop. You can't see it. Can't see it. It is like a silicone. It does work well as a silicone primer if you like those. I don't even have an issue wearing this around my eyes and on my eyelids, which is great. I love this so much that I am almost out of this too, but I have 5 more. Yeah, I just bought 6 all at once. I tried this last year, loved it, couldn't find it anymore. Found them this year, bought 6 of them all at once. The next one I really loved, was obsessed with to a point where I wanted to buy it, but then I realized I had 6 sunscreens from Trader Joe's that I needed to get through first, and then other sunscreens as well, is this Innisfree Daily UV Defense Sunscreen in Broad Spectrum SPF 36. I have to say, I really miss this sunscreen because I've used it up. It's fully gone. It is one of those really beautiful and elegant sunscreens. It works gorgeously. Is that a word? It is now. Under makeup, and just non-greasy. Can I say elegant one more time? Elegant to the point where this is a second tube that I used up, and I'm regretting not buying this during the Sephora VIP sale. I actually was gonna buy it, and then I removed it from my cart because I was buying so much in the way of fragrance. So let's put this one back down, and I'll miss it, but I will be buying that. I think I'm gonna have to buy it during the summer, even at full price. It's absolutely worth it. Moving on to the body product. I know, I know. This is my second tub of this, but I can't get enough of this. It is the Tree Hut Tropic Glow Firming Whipped Shea Body Butter. And if you like the Sol de Janeiro Boom Boom Cream, this has the same scent. This is lovely. I'm obviously using this up, but as I said, this is my second tub of it, and I have another one in my closet in my backups. And I love that one too. I love that one so much that I also bought and love the new Tree Hut Tropic Glow Sparkling Gel Wash. I mean, like, I used quite a lot of this. I've only had this for like a week and a half, and I have 2 other body washes in the shower. I really love this. This smells exactly the same. Honestly, taking a shower and then moisturizing with these is just a dream. I also love their Tropic Glow Fragrance Shimmer Mist. I didn't want to mention this in this video, but I am now, only because I've only had this like a couple of weeks, and I've been using the Ellis Brooklyn fragrance, but this is really beautiful. I mean, like, you can really overload on this scent with these 3 products, but this is actually a favorite. I will say that's a favorite. And what's funny is I'm not done with that scent, because I also have the Sol de Janeiro Rio Deo refillable aluminum-free deodorant in the pistachio and salted caramel scent. It's the same scent. It's just, oh, close actually. But these go together really well. What I really love is that they now make this refillable. Should I try this? Yeah, they make this refillable now. Maybe I should put that back in. They make this refillable now. They didn't before, but they do. Yeah, that's really easy. It is refillable now, and I'm so glad, because I love this. I actually have an empty of this already. I'm about to film my empties videos right after this one. I love this. This is actually one of those few aluminum-free deodorants that works as an antiperspirant. Not a lot of them do. This one actually does. And that's it. I've actually talked about everything. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found something new that you might want to try, or realize that maybe that thing you wanted to try, not so great after all, or to, you know, get a sample first. Let me know what your favorites and fails are in the comments below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!